What's up everybody, this is DeAlphaWolf here, and I am back. That's right, I know I've been gone, I've been missing off my channel for quite a few months, but that's okay because I'm back just in time for some brand new Pokemon games, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Now as many of you know, or as everyone should know, these are actually remakes of the original Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, and because of that, many people already know how to Nuzlocke this game, or have played this game via Nuzlocke. However, because there are going to be new people, and because this is a remake, I figured why not make another Nuzlocke rules video to go along with my Pokemon Sword and Shield one, which I made roughly about 2 years ago. If you guys haven't played that, or if you guys really want to Nuzlocke that game, I'll leave the link to that video in the description as well as in the iCard above. Also, I just want to remind everyone that these are not concrete, hard-hitting rules on how to Nuzlocke this game. The Nuzlocke is supposed to be tailored to how you want to play. So these are the rules that I'm going to be playing by when I do my Nuzlocke run of the games. If you guys are interested in that, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you guys can watch me Nuzlocke it and maybe Nuzlocke it along with me. And if you guys have any questions, please leave those down below and I'll answer as many as I can, or maybe some other people will answer too. Remember, we're all here to have fun and just enjoy Pokemon. Alright, let's get to the rules. So the first rule is going to be the same rule of any Nuzlocke. If your Pokemon faints, it's dead. No ifs, ands, or buts. No revives, no Pokemon Center, nothing. Pokemon faints, you're done with them. If your Pokemon does faint or die, you have to either release Pokemon back into the wild, or you can do what I do, which is make a graveyard box to put all of your deceased Pokemon so you can go back and cherish their memories. Because God knows, there's always going to be a bit of blood when it comes to Nuzlocks. Rule number 2 is you can only catch one Pokemon per route or area, and it has to be the first Pokemon that you see. However, there are special circumstances which I will be going over in this, and I like to call those clauses. Now the reason I'm coming up with these clauses is because during my Sword and Shield Nuzlocke video, I got a lot of questions asking about the wild area, something that I did not actually research enough to actually have a comment on until I started playing the game myself, because I wanted to go in as blind as possible. However, because I have played Diamond and Pearl before, I do understand most of the rules and things like that. Of course, there might be some differences between the original and the remakes of these games. So if there are and you guys have any questions, go ahead and feel free to leave them down in the comments of this or during my Nuzlocke run, and I'll be sure to try to answer them as best as I can. So the first clause is the species clause. So if you guys have ever played these games before, you do know you're going to run into the same Pokemon many times. For example, in the Kanto games, you run into Pidgey and Rattata fairly frequently, meaning that if you were to run into a Pidgeotto, a Raticate, or a Pidgeot, that would mean that you are within the same species of a Pokemon that you already have. If this happens, you are free to catch the next Pokemon that you see that you do not currently have. So any evolutionary form of that Pokemon, if you've already got one, you can go ahead and discard that and go and try and catch another one. Now, I'm a fan of shiny things. I'm a fan of Pokemon. I'm a big fan of shiny Pokemon. Because of this, I have written in a clause that if you come across a shiny Pokemon, you are free to catch that, even if you've already caught a Pokemon on that route. The reason I say this is because shiny Pokemon are hard to find out in the wild on their own, and because they're special, why not have some fun and catch it anyway? That being said, if you're finding nothing but shiny Pokemon, you might want to change that rule a bit. Also, if you have that kind of luck, message me, because we're going to need to talk about that. The next clause is the legendary clause. Now, every Pokemon game obviously has legendary Pokemon, usually the one on the box art, and maybe a few others that come into the game, whether it be via special event or special trigger within the game. Because of this, even if you catch a Pokemon on a route already, I would say go ahead and catch the legendary Pokemon, because if this is your first time running a Nuzlocke, or this is just your first time playing a Pokemon game in general, you're going to want the legendary. Even if you never ever use the legendary, what's the point in not catching the legendary? That being said, some people also, choose not to do that. I've seen many runs where people will get a Master Ball or things like that, and they will use it on a common Pokemon, or they'll just kill the legendary because they feel like it's either cheating or they just don't want the Pokemon, which is completely fine because that's up to them and how they want to play. The next clause is what I call the encounter clause. Within Pokemon games, there's usually a special encounter that can happen in random areas, such as in the wild area when you would shake a tree and a Pokemon would come out of it, or within Gold and Silver when you would pour water on some of the shrubs and they would actually end up being a Sudowoodo. Because of encounters like this, I don't feel like it's fair to limit you to only being able to get one grass Pokemon and not be able to catch this Pokemon, as some might even require you to catch that Pokemon. So, I put in a clause here where, if something like that happens, you are more than free to catch that Pokemon as well. So for every area you go into, you can catch one Pokemon in the grass and one special encounter, which can include fishing. The next clause is what I call the Pokemon Hideaway clause. In the original Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, you were able to go underground and dig up different items and gems and things like that. Some of these had value, some of them were just good items to have throughout your journey. However, in this one, they've added in a new feature called Pokemon Hideaways, which is where you are able to engage with different Pokemon in different environments while underground. Because there are so many different environments, and because there are so many Pokemon that you can catch, all of who are in the overworld, you do get to choose which Pokemon you run into. And because of this, you are only allowed to catch one Pokemon each. I'm also going to say, if you're going to do this, you should only do this one time after each gym encounter. So, if you complete a gym, you can go and catch yourself a Pokemon in a hideaway. Alright, now the third actual rule is you are allowed to use any Pokemon that are gifted, traded, or given to you via egg. However, it has to be in-game only. So you cannot trade with your friends to get better, stronger Pokemon. You can only trade and get Pokemon that are in the game if they're given to you by an NPC. You're also allowed to use any mystery gifts that do come out. So if you get a mystery gift Pokemon, you're more than free to use them throughout your journey. Rule number 4 is another basic Nuzlocke rule, and that's you have to name all your Pokemon. And the reason you gotta name them is because when you name them, they feel a little bit more special to you. Even the ones that you really kind of just don't like. Because you never know. You know, your cannon fodder Pokemon might actually be the champion that you really need. It's probably not going to be, but you know, it's nice to hope and dream, right? Rule number 5 is healing items are usable in battle. And the reason I say this is because the whole goal of a Nuzlocke is to keep your Pokemon alive and survive. However, there are some people who decide not to use healing items, which is perfectly fine because they want to have the extra challenge. If that's the way you want to go about it, you are more than free to. However, if you are going to use healing items, you must set your game to set. And what this means is, instead of being given the option to switch Pokemon after you defeated one of your opponent's Pokemon, the Pokemon that you currently have out has to stay in battle and continue to battle. And if you choose to switch them out, you have to use one of your actual turns. To do this, you just have to go to the start menu, go to your settings, and you should be able to switch it to set. Rule number 6, if your entire party faints, you are still in the game. So long as you have Pokemon in the box that you can substitute, train up, and continue to fight with, you have not lost. However, once your last Pokemon in the box has been fainted, you are completely out of the game, which means you lose. Alright guys, so there you have it. Those are my rules for the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Nuzlocke video. If you guys have any other rules that you would like to add, or any other questions that you want to ask, go ahead and put those down in the comments below. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and make sure you have a good Nuzlocke. I'll see you guys later. Peace.